Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm Shadows Pub, bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. To take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel and come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but the text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Okay, let's get started. And Strega, you are going to lead us off. Oh, gosh, she didn't
Oh,
waste any time.
yeah. uh, I hope I can share the silver blogger one already. That's okay.
Yeah?
Okay, so yeah. So I think that this is my first post for silver blogger community, and the prompt was generation, and I just wanted to share story from my first year in art school. I don't really know what exactly equivalent of in other countries that would be, whatever that would be, college or high school. I don't know. I was 16 when I started, and it's like if you want to go to academy, that's what you have to do first. Like go to this 4 year long art school, and I was very excited to get there. And on my first year, I met this teacher, Professor Aniszewski. He, apart from being excellent, hyper realistic painter, he was really cool teacher. Uh, Oddball a bit, but I liked him like right away. And for some strange reason I cannot even explain it, it's just I just felt this bond somehow. And he was teeny tiny man and was like over 50 back then already, and was really witty and really odd person. But I really liked him right away. What what was weird, like no other student actually liked him apart from me, which was so strange. But yeah, I was just glad to be there. And then he actually one day just said to me that just keep going. You are working very hard here, and I see that you are really trying there, because people would be quite relaxed on those paintings and then drawing lessons, and I would just stay, every single break just to finish my stuff, just to get stuff going. And he actually noticed that, and he showed me the album of Beksiński, which I think I mentioned last week, which is Polish brilliant artist, and that was my spark, you know, when I knew I have to pursue it. Uh, so yeah, I'm not gonna bore you because like my post is
so,
so long already, so I think that's it for me.
so the art that you've got in the post, that's your artwork that
That
you did at that time?
No, no, oh my gosh, no. Jesus. So the one that is like on the very cover, that's the one I was like 7 back then. So I just wanted to share this with people because like
You did
just to
that
share.
at 7.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
I
I
could
know
I could
that.
barely
I
draw a
I
stick figure at
I
7.
I wouldn't. I was drawing potato heads and like potato people before that. So that was my first stage of drawing. So this is second, I would say, maybe third. But I wouldn't even know that was I was 7 back then. But this drawing was like in my book from first class, which is primary school in Poland, which is you are 7 then. And that was like on the cover, and it had like huge red circle made by teacher, like with little note, what is that? So that's why I just knew.
Yeah, I'd say
uh
you had some natural talent there, lady.
Thank you very much. Okay, I will just, leave some time for other people, but thank you very much. I hope you will like it. Bye.
Thank you, Strega. Okay, Xander, you're up. Okay. This is my reintroduction post. I'm happy to be back. In this post, I presented all about me when I was a baby until now. I presented it to inspire others with my activities and introduce myself to you. Life is full of challenges, but God is always there to help us in Jesus' name. God bless us all. Kindly support me. Ah, you can remember back to when you were a baby? I can't. Thank you, Xander. And old school is up next. There we go. I'll let old school know that he's on deck. And I see him typing, so that must be a post coming up. Oops. And old school says this series keeps getting better and better. No matter what genre you like, it has it all. And the series he's referring to is called Hunting Midnight by Jay Fuji. That is a very interesting series that's been going on. I can remember because my mother told me everything. I see. Yeah, I think I'd probably need a parent telling me as well. Good choice, old school. Okay. This one will be voice. My mother doesn't want to talk about the past. My mother can't. She's gone. Not that I would have asked her. Kitty girl, you're up.
Well, I shared a writing by Grendon recently where she was talking about her little girl was about to turn 5. Well, this is an after she turned 5 post, and Grendon has written her own feelings about her daughter turning 5, um, the things that she went through that day, the way she felt and experienced things, and it's just fantastic. It is a raw, gritty read where she has, given us a slice of life that has cut into her soul and shown some of the real Grendon inside. It is fantastic the way she's written about it. And it's definitely worth checking out, I promise.
She can certainly be quite the writer.
She really can. Well, in fact, I think she has sold a few of her stories, but she definitely needs to be a professional writer. There's no doubt about it.
I think she's actually working on a book. I may be wrong on that. And I know for a while she was joining us on Creative Work Hour, and if I recall correctly, she mentioned that she was going to be working on that when she came in. Her biggest challenge is finding time, um, with young children.
Yeah, with two little ones underfoot and, you know, a house to maintain and whatnot, it can be challenging for sure.
I've got enough trying to find time when it's just me. I can't imagine trying to find time when it's a household.
Well, you've got two little ones underfoot too. They just happen to have 4 feet instead of two.
Yeah, which makes them four times the pain. Although Tramp is actually pretty good. It's Hobo that she's kind of like the clingy child at times. I'm trying to type and she's walking on the keyboard, or she's just standing there looking at me like, "What do give me attention."
And I think Brendan does a good job too on fiction, but what really shines in my eyes is when she talks about herself in real life and what's going on. She's got this gift of drawing you in and telling you how she's feeling and how she thinks it's weird, but it's the same stuff we all feel. She's just so eloquent about putting it into words.
She's willing to put it in words. Not everybody is.
Yes, true, willing and able.
Quite often, people will put it into fiction before they'll put it into nonfiction. There's a certain safety zone in the fiction zone.
Yes, that's very true.
Sam said her entry for the dream word of the week was fantastic.
I'll have to go check that out. I missed that post.
Is that the multi-part one, Sam, or if you've got another word of the week up? The collaboration one. So when does the next one come out? We're keeping Sam busy typing.
She could come on voice. She's got a lovely speaking voice.
I usually assume when Sam doesn't come on voice that she's got something going on that she doesn't want to come on. She too has youngsters around. Ah, I just checked in with Bluefin. He's busy, so he won't be. He may or may not be in.
Yeah, sorry, Shadows. I didn't write this week, and I've done very little reading of any Hive posts this week. But I wanted to still come on and just be here, which is why I haven't really got anything to share.
That's
But
allowed.
yeah, so I thought, well, I'll still
Well,
try
you
and
are
come on anyway.
sharing. You just haven't shared a post.
I just haven't shared a post yet, and I literally pulled into the drive just as PYPT was starting, so I had to like get my stuff at the car and try and get myself a bit more settled and grab some food quickly, and yeah, and then I've got to cook dinner for everybody. So yeah, just one
So
of those days because it's been
there's an
beautiful sunny
interesting
day, so the
term.
kids wanted to be in the park.
There's an interesting term used over in Clubhouse that I rather like. It's called "I'm holding space." What that means is you're in a room like this one, and you're maybe not sharing or having anything to say, but you're sitting there listening, and listening is a active participation in many ways. So I kind of like that term. So Sam is holding space today.
Holding space, I like that.
Yeah.
I'll chip in as I can.
Okay, Xander, you're up. Okay, Xander says this Shadowhunters entry article was captured while me and Mom went to church. We took pictures there. It made us so happy because of the beauty of the views we saw there that still reflect on the shadows. I always have to take a second look when I see an entry called Shadows. Tango is holding space. He's listening. All right. Thank you, Xander. And Wandering Moon, you're up. Dropping some more emojis would be a good time. Okay, Wandering Moon, tell us about this.
Uh, I always trip over my tongue when I'm trying to do this. This is about this person being taught how to take care of plants by his grandfather. The different plants his grandfather got him at different times of his lifetime, and I don't know. It's just, and the pictures are really nice looking too. It's just an interesting article.
And who's the author? Mike. Hmm. He's got some interesting angles on the camera. He's gone in close rather than going for the broad view.
Yeah, there's one that he did that I'm not sure where he's located, but they have a different name for it from what I'm familiar with it. I believe it's the last plant. He calls it a star killer or something like that. It's actually the aloe plant.
Interesting. I wonder why the different name. Here comes the star. Kill in here. Hmm. Um, the reference to kill, is that a reference to the plant itself? It says this kill is called.
I'm not real sure. He doesn't seem like um, English is his native language. From the way I was reading it, it was kind of like not. Um, I don't know. If you've read anybody who's not a native English speaker, you kind of pick up on it in their writing.
Yeah,
I guess it's the punctuation or something like that. I'm not real sure.
I think you're right on that. And it is good post, excellent photography.
Well, his profile header says he's from Venezuela.
Ah, that would explain it.
I didn't go to the profile. I just read the article.
Sometimes it's interesting.
The teeth along the edges of those leaves look menacing. Oh my goodness.
It's interesting when you go in close
Odd
on a
how
on a
some
plant.
It's kind of odd how sometimes you'll find aloe that's got spikes on the leaves and other times there's no spikes on the leaves.
So different kinds of aloe?
I would guess. I don't know.
There's more than 100 of kinds
Oh,
of
really?
aloe vera. Yeah, I think it's even more like the 200 or something like that. It's so many. Some of them are huge, some of them are really small. You have like one with spots on the surface. There are ones that are nearly white. Like so many. uh I'm fan of it, kind of. I am using this every single day. Like even you have like burn or something, it's just works like a charm. So yeah, I recommend it. Like to just, but you cannot use most the aloe vera like at the very beginning of the growing. You should wait and at least 3 years, as far as I'm aware, for most of the plant like that, because they are quite toxic at the very beginning. Just so you guys know.
So it's kind of sounding to me like someone who's got an interest in plants could write a fairly interesting post on the topic of aloe.
I guess so. I guess so.
There we go. There's a topic. We're always looking for topics, aren't we? Hi, My Path to Fire. Have to see if our gardeners would pick up the challenge. Or even a non gardener, people that like to write on different topics. Don't mind doing a bit of research. They have this
Well, it's
tool.
good.
Go
Spring
ahead.
Moon brought in a gardening post today. Since Bluefin isn't here, we get our gardening fix.
That she did. Old school, are you with us? I tagged him. He's maybe just getting the post. Let's give him a moment. I may have to tag him again. I'm not sure how much he hears in the channel because apparently his connection's quite crap. I saw him typing a minute or two ago, but it can happen in a second. Okay, Sam, go ahead, and hopefully Old School will be able to get back with us by the time you finish.
This is one post I actually did read. So this is the Dreamport Challenge post for this week for our collaboration with Silver Bloggers community. And last week we did retirement. This week we've got generations of the prompt. It's really well supported last week actually, and there were some really really great posts. So I think generations is probably going to produce something quite similar. I'm sure Tango will agree. So yeah, if you want to take part, this week's edition, you have to share your post in Dreamport by midnight UTC tomorrow night. Did I get that right? Hang on a second. Is that what it says in the post? What does it say in the post? Shadow, rescue me.
I'm scanning.
Or wasn't it my laptop? Oh no, I can't. Now my silly laptop's also doing
I
a
scanned for
delay thing.
UTC and I haven't seen UTC.
Oh,
Oh, here
it
we
says
are. Second
PST.
week. Let's
Five.
talk generations.
It's tomorrow, right? I've got till tomorrow to write. I know that. Yes, yes, it's tomorrow. Sorry, guys.
Submit your URL
So
to Dreamport on Friday, April 21 by 5 p.m. PST.
yeah, PST, which is midnight UTC because that's when Dreamport closes. But yeah, if you got,
Yeah, okay. I had to convert PST to EST to say, yeah, I agree.
I know, and somebody was saying the other day that because I know we were talking about I think the for the meeting as well, um, the Dreamport meeting, and I think yeah we didn't stick to UTC and we went with PST and British summertime, and it just it
Well,
didn't work really well.
we've always used PST in here, so we really,
Yeah,
well, except for
I think
for
somebody,
PYPT, which uses EST.
and then somebody said I think a couple of people in Nigeria said that they were still looking at PST, and actually it's now not PST because they've done their daylight savings, so it's called something else as well now, which is also really crazy. Like we go from UTC, which was the old GMT in the UK, and we're now BST because we've moved on. But yeah, it gets very confusing unless you actually just stick to UTC, the one thing that doesn't move.
So, if you really want to have some fun, apparently, if you live in a state like Arizona that does not do any time change, they
Okay,
end up changing by default. So, during the winter time, there's 2 hours difference between me and somebody who's in Arizona. But at
right.
this time of year, because they have not moved and California has, they're now 3 hours between me and them.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's just crazy. Well, no, it's just to say it's much easier if we all just stick to UTC, but
Well, it's easier
we
for
all
you
think we
because
all,
that's what you're familiar with. PST and EST are easier for me. So, it's all in
no,
our perspective of where we are.
I think only because UTC doesn't change. at all. It's always the same time, so it doesn't move with like summertime. It is a well, I guess it does. It moves in
It,
relation to everything else, just like what you said. Yeah, it
yeah,
moves in relation
exactly.
to like Arizona. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh
it kind of
gosh,
works out the same.
it's tricky. It's tricky. We'll get there.
I just get used to it. Every now and again, I double check. So for myself, because I'm trying to post every single day, I set my deadline every day at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's actually 8 p.m. Eastern in order to be at UTC, but by setting my deadline for 7 p.m., it gives me an hour leeway.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah.
Hey, Dream, how are you? Sure,
Hey,
go ahead, Xander.
Shadows. Sorry, it ended up being a little bit longer than 20 minutes, but I'm here.
Oh well, that's okay. Our other friend is tied up with a client, so you made it. That counts. Okay, Old School has got a post up. I've had it up on the screen while we were chatting, and I need to scroll back to find the text that he put with it. Oh, he did. Oh, yes, he did. Is this something that you would want to be given? And the post name is called A Gift or a Curse. And you're going to have to find out what it is and decide whether it's a gift or a curse. Take care, Xander. And Bieber, you are up. Okay, Bieber, tell us about this.
So it's not so much about posts, but I was wondering where all those pimp always come from, and I thought it would be nice when we stop by and say thank you to Engine Witry.
Yes, you're asking the question where the pimp come from?
Yes, this if others too are interested, but I think this post is nice. It's about flowers, and everybody can stop by and thank him.
So we'll let.
This
Well,
thank you to him on post.
oh, your
I,
voice
I,
went a little quirky there, kitty girl. Want to try again?
I,
I just said it was a great idea Beaver had to thank Ingenuity on his post for the
sounds like an alien.
Yeah, she's kind of in the matrix. So the pimp that token that Kitty Girl is distributing to everybody who shares actually originates with Ingenuity, who has written this post that Bieber has shared. So that's part of the message is don't not only reading the post and commenting on the post, but thank him for the pimp you earned. Thank you, Bieber, and very thoughtful of you.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, don't not buy. We'd like to have you back.
I have to go to eat. I'm
Well,
hungry.
you can listen in. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Beaver.
See you. Welcome.
Now's a really good time to drop some more emojis if anybody has them, so that we don't run out, as I keep track. For those who are unfamiliar with how we operate, that emoji that is in that comment that I just put in there, if you drop that in the channel, I'll add you to a list, and then I will put a counter emoji in to let you know that you're on the list. And when your turn comes up, I'll call on you. We keep it pretty simple. And I just called on Old School. Hopefully he's coming up with a post.
See you po everyone
Good night.
next week.
See you, Xander. is looks like old school maybe got distracted again. Okay, Balikas, you're up. We'll catch old school when he gets back to us. And Balika says this is a money heist in Nigeria. And, oh, I got a 404. Did you put an extra um, character at the end of that, maybe? Let's see what I can get on that one. Nope. I'm getting a an error page, Balikas. Can you try that link again, please? Oh, it's a double link. Yeah, that does create an issue. There we go. Good catch, Dream. And this is a 3 Tune Tuesday post that Balikas has shared. Um, Something I did forget to tell you guys. There is a giveaway running in the Fluency Fun channel. And Old School has won the one HBI, and there's still 2 more draws coming up. One will end in 8 minutes, and the other one will end in 18 minutes. So if you haven't gone up and clicked the emoji, please do so. And Old School is still waiting on him. Dream, we know the main thing is that you're a participant and you're normally a participant, so I don't worry about it too much. That's the main purpose of having the draw is for participants. Okay, guys, we're out of emojis. There we go, Wandering Moon, go for it. And hopefully Old School will get back at some point and he'll drop the a link in. He sure struggles with that connection of his, doesn't he? Probably. People want to keep me talking this week. Okay, what do we got this time? We've got, this is a short art post. It's called Aquatic Life and comes from Humdinger Paul. Now, there's an account name for you. That's some interesting artwork done there. You guys want to check that one out. And Ken A has dropped a link or a emoji. And Strega, you are up.
Okay. Do you hear me?
I
Right?
do.
Brilliant. Okay, so me again. um, so this is my. I did this post like 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Is first picture from the series I actually started. I wanted to start long time ago, but I actually felt that my skills doesn't match what I am trying to do for long years. Um, so Dune, this is book of Herbert. It's like very old book. It's like first from the series is like 58. or 60s. It's late 60s. So it's quite old book, but somehow it's very current. It's science fiction one. It's my favorite, very very favorite. So I really wanted to do fun art for this. But yeah, it took me ages to, gather myself up and just do it. And like just to summon the courage and show something that I want to do. And I started from my favorite villain, Vladimir Harkonnen. He's like really horrible, horrible person, but in the same time, he's very cunning, extremely intelligent. His favorite saying was "plans within plans within plans." Like it's actually shows very well like what he was doing in the books and in the movies as well, because there are like few adaptations of the Dune. And like he's like I can use a stupid metaphor maybe for this, but this is like peeling the onion. Like he's actually his plans had plans. Like he's actually the closest associates, like were sometimes just randomly killed. Like they thought that that happened, but yeah, he always was like one step ahead with everything. So yeah, and apart from that, he was just horrible human being and all of that, but still very interesting character. That's why I chose him as the first one. So yeah, I will be continue that.
So you're going to
Uh,
continue to draw characters from the Dune
yes, I
series?
will. Yes, I want to do that, and what I am planning to do to like finish it when the second Dune will come up, the movie. Hopefully, I will be able to do like whole collection to this time. We'll see. Next one, I want to try to draw Aliyah, which is very very interesting character as well, because I'm not gonna talk about this because it's too complicated to even explain what she is, because she's not just a kid or person. She's everything but not that really. uh, yeah, I will do posts, and I hopefully next week. But yeah, it will take me a while to draw this because it's too complex. And I have too much emotions in me and
Uh-huh.
about this, so I have to kind of deal with that. So
I
yeah,
like I like the way you develop your images. Like you not only write a really good description of what you're doing and why you want to do it, but you develop your images and you can see them developing as you scroll down through the post.
like it's actually interesting for me too. Like I never did so, like ages ago when I was just drawing, I was just just enjoying myself and just do the drawing. I would never thought to kind of do the documentation of it, of the process.
So this
But
makes you pay
that's
more attention to the process now?
100%. And I'm really weird like that, because I often don't think too much, and I tend to do really stupid mistakes, because like something drew my attention for a second. I was like, oh, damn it, I cannot just hit Control Z here. I just screw up. So yeah, but like actually doing pictures help me with that, because I can just look at the picture and say, oh, okay, I went too far here, and I'm trying to correct my mistakes, and actually help me kind of develop my skills better. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Alrighty.
total sense watching the various stages as you're moving forward. You could see where something may have gone off the rails. 'Cause I would
Yeah.
imagine that you could make a small mistake at one point and it just enlarged later and you look and you go, where'd that go wrong? And you go back up
Oh,
and go, oh, there's where it went wrong.
Yeah, 100%. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, I want to do one post about my failures, which I have so many,
So
and that
I've been
I
doing
really want to.
I've been doing some
That,
playing around trying to better understand exactly how prompts can affect an image developing in Midjourney.
mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a similar type thing where you'll start out with a very basic prompt and then you add a little bit and then next time you add a little bit something else, and
Yeah.
at some point it'll go a little weird. Now it won't be the same image all the time, but it's the
Mm-hmm.
overall effect of the image, and I'll go,
Yeah.
why did that go weird? And then I can back it out a little bit and kind of go,
Yeah.
okay, it was right
Here
there.
you can
Let's
actually go back and
Yeah.
like now because I have those pictures, still I can go to Photoshop and I can actually, you know, go in totally different direction, or kind of draw over it and maybe plan my actions better. So it is actually it's really handy.
Oh yeah.
So
So
yeah.
Jennifer Neverade, who is the co-host, one of the co-hosts on the Hive Space that Alessandra and her and I do.
Hmm.
One of her favorite terms is learn, share, grow. And that's what you're doing. You're
Trying to,
learning,
yeah.
you're sharing, and you're growing.
Yeah, and my initial idea for my presence in Hive was just gain motivation to do drawings and in general do art, or would do something apart from my job and all of that.
Hmm.
So, but like I was having problem with that, really. So yeah, community really helps. Like
It does.
really,
Community's
really does.
everything.
Yes,
A lot
yes.
of people
So
don't
yeah,
realize it.
I am really, really grateful for this. Thank you guys. And yeah, sorry again, like such a long speech. Sorry
I
about
know
this.
you have such an economy of words.
Jesus, like
Thanks for catching that, kitty girl. Congrats, Tango. Um, Yay for community, right on. Dream says we are so happy for you being here, Strega, even though you hated ill. What did she hate?
yeah. Oh my gosh, it's the worst spice ever. Like the plant
Oh,
spice, whatever you call it. Horrible, floppy, green, disgusting thing. I'm
so
actually
you don't
I
like
am planning to do community about this.
you don't like dill
No.
pickles?
Oh, Jesus, I hate it. Like I
Oh
just
no, life
yes.
isn't
I
life
I
without dill pickles.
I I will do community like with deal haters. I'm gonna do so.
That brings a thought to mind. I wonder what dill in pickled beans would be like. I might even eat them. Who knows?
Just don't do it.
So anybody that knows me knows that I do not like green beans. And has old school reappeared? I haven't seen him type anything. Nope. Only if we try them with pickling them in dill, Kenny. Kitty loves dill. Dill can cover up a lot of things. Yes, definitely with nope. Air fried chicken, Kenny. Air fried. Get with the times. Almost all my meat is air fried these days. But I do not do the high temperatures. One thing with air fryer, if you do the high temperatures, it can get you nice crisp outside, but it also causes some health issues over time. Tango just sat down to eat, and he's talking of e-podcaster. She and Tracy York are to be interviewed by Matilda in a couple of weeks on Talk Time with Tango, and Matilda is to do the Hive Chat Twitter questions that Tuesday. Oh, that could get interesting. I shall have to try to remember to check out the Hive Chat, which I usually do try to check out. Does anybody not know what Hive Chat is? I don't see anybody saying no, I don't. Okay, Kene, you're up. And I know Kene actually has lots of posts to share because I'm noticing him posting.
Ooh, okay. Hello.
Hello, Kene. Good
Yes.
to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Happy Easter to you all and happy Eid.
So, the Easter that just went by was the Orthodox Easter.
This one
Mine was the
something.
week before that. But Bluefin, you can wish him happy birthday or Easter, since he was wishing us all that. Okay, tell us about this.
Okay, yeah. So this is a post I found recently, and one of the things that I found interesting from the first paragraph is that it's very similar to one of the posts I read maybe 2 years ago. Remember that post by Hobo, which was written by Hobo himself. So
Herself.
immediately I opened the post. Yeah. I opened the post and I noticed that the person that wrote the post is the cat we are seeing in the picture. So it was very interesting. And when I started reading the post itself, it pulls some emotional strings. So if you are going to read it, just make sure you hold your tears together because it's a very sad story or a very sad narrative written from the person of the cat. And thankfully, it ended in a good way. It's a happy ending. But the build up to the story was very heart wrenching. So read and enjoy.
You know, I've been getting pushed a little bit lately that Hobo needs to be allowed at the keyboard. I don't know. She can get
Yeah,
a
you
little
just need to take
she
a quick nap and Hobo will do the job.
she can get a little saucy at that keyboard.
And you know she can play around with AI.
Um, no, I haven't let her into AI yet that I know of.
Oh, no problem, man, no problem.
Since I close the computer at night, it's very difficult for her to go and play with the AI unless she's
Yeah.
figured out how to get the computer open and started without me knowing about it. But I have a password on it and I have not shared that.
Mhm. But we miss Hobo. We miss hearing her. It's been a while. We read something from Hobo.
Ah, Bieber has some insight here. She says to understand it's important to read the first post was some days ago. Can I share another post related to it? Please do, Bieber.
Yeah. Yeah, please do. I would like to see that too.
Dream wants to know what's inside the mind of Hobo and AI. Oh no, not letting her at the AI. And Bieber's going to give us the background post on this one that Kene has just shared. And can you tell us a little bit about this, Bieber? Ah, it's only in German. So here's what you can do, folks, in order to get that background, is to use Google Translate, and you'll be able to translate it enough to be able to understand it. Oops. Second post has the English translation. So is the second post is not the English translation of the first one, is it? Okay. So they are two different posts. One's just in. Sure, please do, Bieber.
Hi. Okay, so Dirk Z is a German, and he left Germany, I think 1 year ago, somewhere Richtung, I don't know where, Philippines or the other direction, far away. And some
Mm-hmm.
days ago, he posted his little cat and wrote, oh, he doesn't know what to do because they have so many cats there. and caring for the cats costs so much. And so at least it was my idea. Maybe he could make her a little photo model. And then he came up with the idea to make this account for Weka. And I think it's also about to help other cats too.
Oh, cool.
At least that's what I know about.
Okay.
Because she's a really, really pretty one.
Okay. So it sounds like it'd be worthwhile to go and check out both of those posts, and maybe take the time to do some translating in the first one.
Yes, I'm not sure if all is translated. The Weka posts have the translations, but maybe not this first post from which it came out. And the first post is the second in the line here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Thank you, Beaver, and thank you, Kenny. And yes, thank you, Kitty Girl, for catching that. Sam Smith won the 5 HPI. And do we have anybody else who wishes to share anything today? Because I'm open to new posts being dropped at the moment. So you realize you don't have to share just your post, you can share somebody else's. Uh, oh, Dream Steam and Tango have got the conversation going there. So I'm not seeing anything else being dropped. We're going to have a little shorter show today. Ah, Kenny says coming. He's working on it. There we go. Go for it, Kenny.
Hello, I'm
See
here
you, Dream.
again.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so you know me, and I love Korean stuff. Anything made in Korea is something I can die for, literally. So this is one of those stuff. And I've been checking K dramas for a while, but I decided to look at K movies, which is very different from the dramas. The dramas are what you call series, but then movies are just feature length films, 2 hours at best. So this is one of such stuffs. And after watching the movies, the review I wrote is just to remind myself never to go back to it again, because the movie was a very big mess. Despite the A-list actors they featured, the storyline looked very good. But I think the major problem I have with it is that the 2 hours, or let's say 1 hour 30 minutes they used to shoot the movie, was too short for them to bring out the best in the characters and also to bring out the best in the story. So after seeing the movie, I came to the conclusion that I prefer to stick with series, because that is what gives me enough time to get to love the characters and gives them enough time to give us backstory about each of the character, compared to watching full movies which are just like maybe an hour and 30 minutes. So that is the conclusion I came to after seeing this, and I wonder if it's the same with every other person that watches movies or those that prefer series to movies. And that's it.
I'm kind of mixed bag on that. A well-written and well-developed movie can be nice because it can be, you know, digested within a couple hours. However, a series over time can be interesting too.
Yeah, I think it's more about the Korean industry. They have been doing a good job with their series, but their movies is still lacking so much compared to what they do with their movies. And it's not a surprise that they don't get that international recognition with their movies. But when it comes to their series, you are almost sure that if you pick the right one, that it's something you're going to enjoy.
Because with series, of course, anything you have to have good writers. But with series, one drawback that you can get is that they'll drag the character development out too long, and it becomes, kind of like, okay, this is like a slow moving train here. And then you run into the other problem that you might have good character development, but they start to lose the storyline, and that then it becomes, just chaos. So
Yeah,
there's
and I think with Korean series, one of the things that I've worked on in recent years is back then they used to have this pattern that any Korean drama that is coming out must have a minimum of 16 episodes, and then the next level is 20 episode, 24 episode, and then 50. But recently, with the involvement of Netflix, you can see a K drama that has just 6 episodes. You can see the one with 8 episodes and 10 episodes. So it's helped in that area.
That helps. I've actually just recently dropped my subscription to Netflix.
Netflix. Oh.
Yeah, it was getting a little pricey for the amount that I actually use it. There were many months that went by without me ever opening it because I just simply didn't have time or inclination. So I dropped the subscription. I still have access to the Prime Video on Amazon because I pay for Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Kenny. Kitty Girl, you're up. Kitty Girl's going to present by text. She was a little in the matrix the last time she tried speaking. Yeah, where's Amy been? Since Amy isn't here today, I will share one of her posts about a lovely dress she made. It's called a bobo, and the fabric she chose is pretty. The style is lovely. She's definitely a talented seamstress. She most definitely is a talented seamstress. She is quite a creator, actually. She's creative in so many areas. Thank you, Kitty Girl. Okay, Amy does magical things with her sewing machine. She does. She does some pretty good things with her keyboard as well. She writes stories and poetry. Anybody else with a post they'd like to share today? Okay, we see a couple people typing. Let's see what pops up there. Beaver thinks she's hungry. Okay. You've been listening to Shadows Pub host, Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us on PYPT and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating and yep, it's all about community. And oh, bye, Wilma.